Alright, so here we are, episode 2 of the Ruby rebuild series. Last episode, we took the body kit off this car, which was such a sad day. If you haven't seen that, go watch episode 1 before you watch episode 2. So I've been busy this morning. We've been drawing up the build to-do list. I've got them just chilling right here. So we've got Ruby's to-do list and we've got the drift car's to-do list. So this morning I've just gotten the car higher up off the ground so that it's a bit more comfortable for me to work. So now it's at a nice level here. So I think the first thing we're gonna start with, because I can start right now, is we have to tidy up this engine bay. To be honest, when I unveiled this car, I was not so happy with the engine bay. I thought that I put heaps of effort into the car and how it looked, but I just lacked in how the engine bay looked. Don't get me wrong, it still looks pretty good. The engine bay never looked really how I wanted it to look. I was always a bit embarrassed to pop the bonnet at meets, but you know, whatever. So with that being said, there is heaps that I want to get into doing in this engine bay. Starters, you see I have like wires running through down there. I have a bunch of wiring running throughout the bay that is not clean in the slightest bit. Like, what the hell is all this? Why is that all like that? Why is that all still there? That shouldn't be there. Don't get me started on this mess. Like, yeah, the car is like technically wire tucked. I only wire tucked it on one side, which is dumb. So I'd like to have pretty much the entire bay tucked, looking nice. So we have to get all the wiring. We have to take a bunch of stuff out. Oh, so I'm gonna get stuck into getting the fenders and the bumpers off so that we're not damaging them. Alrighty, so front bumper and front fenders are off. So now we have a little bit more room to work. It is stupidly dirty under these fenders, so I'll wipe them down, give them a spray, get this all clean, because it is, yeah, like there's even some like bog smog still left around from the paint job. So we'll clean all this up and then we'll get stuck into the rest. Okay, so it's the next day. I'm trying to figure out whether you guys want the long videos or the short videos for this rebuild series. So I've only had the story up for like an hour or 2 hours, but depending on what it is right now is what we're gonna be doing. Bring up the story. Right now, we're currently at 50 votes for 6 to 15 minute videos, 20 votes for 3 to 6. So you guys actually want long videos. Let's do long videos. Now that that's all stripped away, we can really get to making this engine bay what we want it to be, okay? So what I'm talking about when I say I don't like how this is done is, perfect example. You come over here and what do we have? We have a tucked harness, right? It is tucked behind the fender so that you can't see it. So we've got that on that side, but on this side, I couldn't even be bothered to do it on this side. And I don't know why. Maybe it was just to get it done for World Time Attack and running, and then I just couldn't be bothered to continue and keep doing it. Now that we've got a little bit more spark for the build, we're going to be doing those things that I obviously didn't care about or didn't want to do last time. So with that being said, the first thing that we're gonna jump right into is this side of the engine bay's wiring, which is actually quite a lot. So first thing I'm gonna do is this is the fan and headlight and indicator harness, and this actually runs down here and it connects all the way around here, and then that plugs into the TPS, the ground, and the IACV. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, unplug that all, bring it around here. We're gonna cut this harness and we're gonna extend it so that we can run it through here. And then I'm thinking maybe we actually run all of these electronics here down under there. We maybe run it like down under here, through there, and then it can come up from the bottom and plug in. Plus then all of this would be tucked here and then just pop its head out kinda right there. We're gonna get straight into that. I have no idea how I'm gonna do any of that, but we'll just start there. We've redone this bit here. That's what you would have just seen on that time lapse. So there was a bunch of wiring that just didn't need to be where it was. And so I've tucked it up nicely. So it's really cleared up this area here, which looks awesome. The next thing that we're gonna get into is a bunch of wiring that runs from the fans through kind of the bay and then back into there. So we're gonna redo that, and we're actually gonna route it down through here, so that it can then join up with this tuck and it can go through there and down into the chassis. Okay, so this is where we're ending for today. We've got all this tucked away. We've still got this to do, but this harness here has been done fully, nice and easy in there. So this is essentially what the bay will look like when everything is together. So it actually looks way tidier. There's just no like random little bits everywhere, so it's really nice. So that's gonna conclude episode 2, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any comments, leave them down below, subscribe, and I'll see you in episode 3. See you, boys. Peace.